Now if you're here, you'll probably already just watched our video on top tips for Highway 1. If you haven't seen it, click above, watch it, come back again.
We're here because last time we only stayed overnight at 2 different places. But since then, lots of you have told us great places that we may have missed. So we're here to check them out. Life of Reilly style.
So, we did the Pacific Coast Highway a few years ago. You can probably guess how long from how the kids have grown, and that we've been breeding again. Back then we did it over 3 days, which we thought was a good pace. But if you want to explore even more, you could easily make this a week-long trip, or even longer. That video has all of the timings and main sites you'll need. But this one will give you some alternative options. See what interests you, so you can plan your perfect California road trip. We're going to go north to south again. So, after leaving San Francisco, your first potential stop is Santa Cruz. If you've flown into the Bay Area, you'll have spent some time by the water, but not at the beach. Santa Cruz is a great place where you can catch some rays and chill on the sand. As it's the birthplace of surfing on the US mainland, why not surf the same waves here? The boardwalk has the fun of the fair, but there are loads of restaurants, bars and hotels for you to get your road trip off to a sweet start. Just an hour away is Monterey, where you can get even closer to the ocean. The aquarium is world famous, and you should plan to be here for at least 3 hours, as it takes a while to get around, and it's quite pricey.
I think this is the biggest fish tank in the whole wide world.
Inside, though, is an experience which will put a smile on everyone's face. Where else would a diver do a talk to you from the middle of a tank? It's all very hands-on, so younger travellers get to learn more about our marine life too.
This place is literally the best aquarium in the world. It cost us $160 for us and 2 kids, and the baby goes free to go around it, which is really expensive, don't get me wrong, but it's worth every penny. It's got interactive bits for the kids. They can use their hands to interact, so it's so great for their ages.
For food and shopping, step out onto Cannery Row. The old industrial area is now working the tourists. It's a bit like Pier 39 in San Francisco, so it's very family friendly. You're guaranteed ocean views wherever you decide to stop.
Are you new to Monterey?
Yeah, we just moved here a few weeks ago.
You're gonna love it.
You're so nice. This is Monterey. We pound people with knives.
To death.
Monterey is also now famous for its starring role in Big Little Lies. Unfortunately, the outside coffee shop is a set for the show, but you can still visit Lovers Point Park, where they built it. A stone's throw away is the world-famous Pebble Beach Golf Club and 17 Mile Drive, which is a mini Highway 1 in itself. Look at the view out there. Nothing but fog. And this is summer. We're in August. The real Pacific Coast Highway begins as you wind your way down to Bixby Bridge. Be sure to get your Big Little Lies theme music ready for when you're crossing, to channel your inner Reese Witherspoon or Nicole Kidman. Am I more Reese or Nicole? I believe in the feeling. Things get very rustic as you enter Big Sur, and we wouldn't have it any other way. In our other video, we told you about stopping at Pfeiffer Beach, McWay Falls and Nepenthe, but you can actually sleep here too. There are a couple of lodges which are pretty expensive, or you can do it the old-fashioned way and camp here. You'll need to book ahead, of course. Even if you don't stay here, Stop off at the Big Sur Inn to have a refreshing break where you can have a drink with your toes in the water. San Simeon is the next major stopping point. Hotels are a bit cheaper here, but still pricey because they know you're in the middle of nowhere and it's right next to Hearst Castle. There's a lot more character just 15 minutes down the road in Cambria though. Come off at the sign for the services and have a mooch around Main Street. It's a charming town filled with boutique shops and cafes. The buildings and even the gas station make it feel like you're in a place that's been frozen in time. Up on the hill is a California historical landmark with a difference. Nitwit Ridge, yes, it's really called that, is a jumbled old house made from junk by a man called Art Beale. It's known as the poor man's Hearst Castle for obvious reasons, but also because parts were actually acquired from the Hearst estate. Art left the house in 1989, but his junkyard creation has protected status today. If you've got kids and you're just looking for a quick pit stop here, turn right off the one and head to Chamel Park, where you'll find a playground with a view. Walk through to Moonstone Beach, where they can build a sand castle or fly a kite to help get rid of some energy. Another cool place to stop or stay is Morro Bay, just half an hour south. The focal point in the town is the volcanic rock, which rises nearly 600 feet out of the ocean. There's free parking so you can watch the surfers while you munch on a picnic. You can go for a hike along the estuary to hang out with the locals. The otters will provide free entertainment for the family. The quaint harbour town is packed with the usual seaside fare. Staying here is often a bit cheaper than San Simeon or Cambria, but it is further south. Watch out if there's coastal fog though, as you might not actually get a view of the famous rock you came to see. Pismo Beach is a classic Californian coastal town. The pier might be a man-made attraction, but the expansive beach makes it a perfect place to watch the surfers. Neighbouring Oceano lets you get off Highway 1 and even closer to the ocean. It's one of the only places in California where you can drive on the beach. There's talk of this finishing soon, so check before you go. Just under an hour away is Lompoc. It feels like somewhere you should drive straight through. It's not a beach town and it's only really famous for the Vandenberg Air Base. However, it's actually home to one of the best preserved California missions in the state. La Purísima, which was founded in 1787, was the 11th of the 21 missions built along the El Camino Real. It was destroyed by an earthquake in 1812, but lovingly restored over the past 200 years. Today it looks exactly as it did in 1820. Volunteers often dress up in period costume and show how people would have lived here back then. It really helps bring history to life. Get there for 1 PM so you can join a free guided tour. You might even get to ring a real California mission bell. We covered the cookie-cutter town of Solvang and the glamping at Goletta's El Capitan Canyon in our other video. So the next place you might want to stop is Santa Barbara. This isn't one of those cute California beach towns we've been used to since Monterey. It's a beach city and resort destination. This area is known as the American Riviera, and it really does feel very European with its Mediterranean architecture and expensive shops. Relax on one of the city's beaches or hire a bike to explore the waterfront. One place you can't miss is the oldest working pier in California. Stearns Wharf is a bustling attraction, which even has room for cars on board. There are loads of fun shops and cafes to mooch around, and you should treat yourself to an ice cream. Just make sure you're looking after the kids at all times, because there aren't barriers all the way around. While you're here, you could also check out the city's zoo, which attracts visitors from LA. After Santa Barbara, you're back in the real world, and there are hundreds of places for you to stay and stop in Los Angeles, Orange County, and San Diego. It's now over to you to make the tough decisions of where not to stop. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe, as it lets YouTube know to push more of our work out to people. We've got loads of videos for you about California, but if you want to watch our Pacific Coast Highway video again, just click here. Thanks for watching, and happy travels.